Hello, Mrs. Wilson. I just wanted to let you know about your chemotherapy treatment
Yeah.
today, because the bloods have been with the consultant, and there was a delay on that. There's also been a delay to get your treatment, and it's going to be a couple of hours long.
Well, that's
Right.
that's no good to me. That's exactly what the nurse said. Why have you come to tell me exactly the same thing that she told me?
Well, I came to explain to you because, I'm sorry this has happened, but, we're trying to do our best to get
Well, you're
this
obviously
treatment
not
out.
trying to do your best, are you? Because I can't wait 2 hours.
Well, the thing is, that's how long it's going to take. Now, there are options, Mrs.
Well, I'm
Wilson.
not interested in options. I don't have any options. I wanted to get this done and then go. I can't hang around.
Well, the thing is, you can stay here or you can
Why
go.
don't you people
We can
just get these things sorted? I've got stuff I need to do. I've got to pick up my son. I'm from school today. I can't be waiting around.
Well, we are trying to do our best and we're trying to be as quickly as we can. But as I say, it's going to be a couple of hours, Mrs. Wilson.
The nurse has already told me there's going to be a delay. What's the point of you coming and tell me exactly the same thing?
Oh, Mrs. Wilson, I can see how very angry and frustrated you must be.
Well, of course
about
I'm
this.
angry and frustrated because the consultant told me I would be in and out of here in an hour. I've got things to do. I've got to pick my son up from school. I was going to take him to jiu-jitsu today. Now what am I going to do?
It sounds like you've got a lot on your plate, and I'm really sorry about this delay, Mrs. Wilson.
Yeah, I have got a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
The consultant told me it wouldn't take long, and I'm just trying to be there as much as possible for my son at the minute.
Sorry, Mrs. Wilson. Do you want to tell me about that? Because it sounds like you've got a lot of stress going on at the moment, and I can see this is affecting.
What am I going to tell you about? That I've got this diagnosis, and what am I going to do with that anyway?
You mentioned about your son, that you need to get to him.
Yeah, I promised him I'd pick him up from school and I'd take him to jiu-jitsu. I promised that I'd be in time for that. There's so much going on at the minute and so much for him to deal with. It's,
This is really disappointing for you, having to wait when you've already...
Yeah, it is disappointing. Yeah. It is disappointing. Like I said, the consultant told me I'd be in and out in an hour. I was told this is how long it would take. My time's really important to me at the moment. I promised my son I would pick him up from school and take him to jiu-jitsu. The consultant said with this chemotherapy I'd be in and out within an hour. Time's precious to me at the minute.
Mrs. Wilson, I can hear that you've got an awful lot on your plate at the moment. I can hear that, and that time is precious, and that, you're having to wait now, and you understood from the consultant that, you'd be in and out within an hour, and that you promised to pick your son up from jiu-jitsu. Oh, I'm so sorry this has made such a delay for you.
Yeah, it's bad enough. It's bad as it is. I just expected to come here today and just get my chemotherapy and then be able to get on with my life. Because,
You said it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. This is the only bit of hope I've got, and you people can't get that sorted out. It's like a couple of hours to you, but
So, Mrs. Wilson, I think the main thing here is that we keep you safe. We want to make sure that we've checked all of your bloods, and of course the chemotherapy, it's a toxic solution, and we want to make sure we get it right. We don't want to be rushing anything here. And, I'm really sorry about this delay, because I know it set you back, and I know it has an effect on other things. But I want you to know that we're here to help. We want to support you as much as we can and make sure you're safe going forward with that treatment.
Yeah, no, I get that. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I was cross. It's just that it's, it's just the whole thing's just shit, isn't it? So
The whole thing.
yeah.
And I can't imagine what that feels like, Mrs. Wilson. I really can't. But all I want to say is that we are here for you and we do want to support you through this because, you have got a lot to deal with. And I do realise that time is precious for you. So
Yeah.
we'll do everything we can to try and move forward with this.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you.